Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці.
Good health to you, fellow Ukrainians. On July the 17th, I was informed on the results of another operation against criminals who worked for the enemy. Employees of the State Bureau of Investigation, together with the Security Service of Ukraine, detained the former head of the main directorate of the Security Service of Ukraine in the Autonomous Republic of Crimea. This person was dismissed by me at the beginning of the full-scale invasion, and as we can see, that decision was completely justified. Sufficient evidence has been collected to notify this person of suspicion of treason. All his criminal activities are documented. Everything he has done during these months, as well as earlier, will get a proper legal assessment. Everyone who together with him was part of a criminal group that worked in the interests of the Russian Federation will also be held accountable. It is about the transfer of secret information to the enemy and other facts of cooperation with Russian special services. I want to thank everyone who participated in this operation. It can truly be called self-purification. I visited the frontline regions, the most difficult ones. I personally dealt with the activities of the law enforcement agencies in particular. As a result of this, as you already know, personal decisions were made regarding the regional heads of the security sector. We also sorted out the issues of the local leadership of the executive power. The specific actions and any inaction of each official in the security sector and in law enforcement agencies will be evaluated. The agencies has already yielded the first results and will be continued. As of July the 17th, 600 and 501 criminal proceedings have been registered regarding treason and collaboration activities of employees of prosecutors' offices, pretrial investigation bodies, and other law enforcement agencies. In 198 criminal proceedings, relevant persons were notified of suspicion. In particular, more than 60 employees of the Prosecutor's Office and the Security Service of Ukraine remained in the occupied territory and are working against our state. Such an array of crimes against the foundations of the national security of the state and the connections detected between the employees and the security forces of Ukraine and the special services of Russia pose very serious questions to the relevant leadership. Each of these questions will receive a proper answer. On July the 17th, I made a decision to remove the Prosecutor General from office and to dismiss the head of the Security Service of Ukraine. I want to be heard by everyone on whom the extremely sensitive issue of appointing a new head of the Specialized Anti-Corruption Prosecutor Office depends. My position as the President of Ukraine is that the competition that took place should lead to a completely logical decision on the appointment of a new head. The appropriate person was selected, and the finalization of this decision depends on the Competition Commission. Why is this issue sensitive? The answer is obvious. Without a full-fledged head of such an institution, its full-fledged functioning is impossible. By the way, the same applies to the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine. The terms of office of the previous head has ended, and there should be a competition procedure for the competition of the new head of NABU. I instructed the Prime Minister of Ukraine to intensify the process of launching the relevant competition. I know that the employees of anti-corruption infrastructure perform their duties at this time and in such conditions. Moreover, they participate in the defense of our state. In particular, 7 NABU employees received state awards after February the 24th. However, the full functionality of any state body can be used only when there is an effective leader. So this competition is also extremely important. Another not too sober statement about the alleged doomsday for Ukraine was heard from Russia. Of course, no one will perceive such intimidation, but look how cynical it is to say such thing on July the 17th, on the anniversary of Russia's shooting down of the Malaysian Boeing in the sky over Ukrainian Donbass. 298 people were killed in an obvious act of terrorism, 80 children, citizens of 10 states. Already then, Russia was following this path to the status of a terrorist state and to a special tribunal which will definitely take place regarding Russian aggression against Ukraine. This will be a doomsday for Russia, and not in a figurative sense, not as a loud saying, but literally. As of 7 p.m., July 17th, Russia has already used more than 3,000 cruise missiles against Ukraine. It is impossible to count the number of artillery and other projectiles that were used against our country and our people, but it is definitely possible to bring all Russian war criminals to justice, each of the collaborators, all those responsible for terror, for everything that happens during 144 days and in more than 8 years. It will be done. I spoke with Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. Of course, we discussed our cooperation and I thanked him. I thanked Canada for its support. But I separately emphasized that Ukrainians will never accept Canada's decision regarding the Nord Stream turbine, which was decided to be handed over to Germany in violation of the sanctions regime. This issue is not just about the turbine. This is a matter of compliance with sanctions. If there is one violation now, it is only a matter of time before there will be others. Russia deliberately does this blackmailing with gas and provoking violations of sanctions. There are enough rules for the transit of Russian gas to Europe, and every country must maintain principles. I am grateful to everyone who fights and defends justice. I am grateful to everyone who defends Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.